Hey, welcome back to Unnecessary Roughness, man. I'm Abu. That's King David, man. We got a great show tonight, but what we want to start off with, and probably going to dominate the majority of this show, was Kevin Stefanski the right hire? Was it a genius move, or was it going to be a bust move? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the goods and bad. We're going to talk about if he was our first pick, second pick, and go from there. What can he truly bring to the Falcons, and what he probably can't bring to the Falcons? So, with that said, man, King David, I'm going to start with you. What do you think about that move with Kevin Stefanski? And was it your top pick? Yeah, I know neither one of us we phantom GMs, but was it your top pick for the city, for the club, and how you see it working out?
No, it definitely wasn't my top pick. Like I said, I was a Kubiak guy.
Mhm.
My top three would have been like Kubiak, John Harbaugh, then maybe a Stefanski, possibly. But so definitely not my top pick. He was on my list, but not my top pick. And what? So I don't love the hire, but I don't hate the hire either. So I understand why they got him and what he might try to bring to the team, which is basically the system. He's familiar with the system. The same system we tried to use with Zach Robinson. Zach Robinson was just probably amateur at the system or new at the system, which he didn't know how to implement it. Kevin Stefanski been coaching 20 years, I believe.
They've been around a minute.
Yeah, since like 2008, maybe six. He got to start in college at like Penn at 2006 then, or something like that. But he been with Minnesota since I believe 2008. So he been around for a while. So he's definitely know the system. Definitely probably perfect the system, which is basically that Shanahan and Kubiak and all that system. So that stretch zone, I should say, outside zone.
Gotcha.
But so that's what they're gonna try to implement. From a personality standpoint, I really don't know much about it from a personality standpoint. Obviously, we don't catch many Cleveland games like that, but
That's true.
but it's I think it's just a system. Obviously, he's a Philly guy, so Matt Ryan from Philly and Stefanski from Philly, so that's something they have in common.
Okay.
So that may be something that persuaded Matt Ryan, the Falcons, to kind of bring him in, but.
Hmm.
But other than that, he's more of a veteran opposed to Kubiak, a young guy.
How I look at it is last year, the distractions
Mhm.
with the quarterback carousel up in Cleveland. I look at it from a standpoint of the last 2 years. He was 8-26 with Cleveland Browns. Raheem was 8-16-18 the last year, which is still sorry, under 500. But did we go backwards from Raheem being 16-18 to Stefanski 8-26 in the last year? I'm concerned. I think we got more talent than Cleveland. I do think that. But man, is it gonna bring are he bring the same distractions here? We had a quarterback controversy here for a while until Penix went down with the knee injuries. Kirk or Penix, you know what I mean? The same, is he walking into the same type of situation, or do you think he might have a solid plan?
I hopefully have a solid plan. Obviously, we're not in the interviews and
Mm-hmm.
hear the questions and the answers he have to those questions. So hopefully they ask those things, and hopefully he had solid answers as to his staff he was going to bring aboard,
Gotcha.
as well as his plan for the future, the next year, next 5 years. Hopefully, he had evidently had a good answer for them to hire him. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously, hopefully, he's able to implement that. Like I say, we don't know what he said in those interviews. We're not privy to that, and we can only kind of get some sources that we might be hearing. But um, hopefully that no, it is the right hire in 2 to 5 years or whatever. We can look back like, yeah, they got it right this time. So
Gotcha.
hopefully, and a lot of people speculate that it was some meddling ownership in Cleveland, which prevented him from succeeding. Don't know um, how good their ownership is up in Cleveland, but a lot of people is implementing that it's a bad ownership there.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do know Kevin Stefanski. He was 2-time coach of the year something in his in 2 out of the 6 years in Cleveland. He was 2-time coach of the year. So I think he could bring some to this team. I just hopefully it's not baggage from what we saw last year. Hopefully, like I say, my guy who I wanted was the guy in Seattle. You know what I mean? So, and you seen what he's doing the 49ers, like we talked about earlier today, the way he did to the 49ers. I think this dude got great clear. He got great creativity. Not saying Stefanski don't. Not saying Stefanski don't because we didn't see it. And maybe it was the team. Maybe it was the team that Stefanski had. But man, I don't know, man. I'm a little nerve wracking. You know what I mean? I'm a little nerve wracking for the Falcons.
Yeah, for me, it's like I said, it's a little disappointing. Like I said, he was on my list. I didn't expect that. His name came up quite a bit when this process started, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. And basically because of what we had seen with that situation in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
And knowing their record, it was like, how good is this dude really? Why is his name getting brought up for us as a coaching candidate when this process started? But evidently, he's an excellent old guy. Whether he's a true leader of men, I guess we're going to have to find that out. Whether the team's going to follow him and really play hard for him, that we don't know. So hopefully that is the case. That way he can be like some of these other young coaches that, like say Ben Johnson, who took over the Bears and they still playing. The Mike McDonald, who's in Seattle, they still playing. So hopefully he can follow that mold, man, and resurrect his career here in Atlanta.
And usually, sometimes the second time around, he's usually head coaches we didn't see with sometimes the second job. Usually, they do better. They saw where they made mistakes in the first time around. But at the same time, man, I'm just still. I guess I don't know. You know what I mean? I guess once when we've been in missing the playoff the last 8 years, and now this is our 4th coach since pretty much the Super Bowl. Man, what's going on in that front office up there? It makes you start to question from Dan Quinn to Arthur Smith to Raheem Morris and now Kevin Stefanski. It makes you question. I understand we bought in Matt Ryan. But hell, man, I'm nervous about Matt, especially with this pick. And Matt might have known. I give Matt X's and O's. He was here 14 years, and he got Hall of Fame type numbers. If you look at his numbers compared to quarterbacks that's already in the Hall of Fame, Matt is there, but he didn't win the Super Bowl either. And man, I hope this was a great pick, man, and not a big mistake again. In 2-3 years, we be talking about hiring another guy.
Yeah, I hope not. Like I say, we have no choice but to kind of see how this going to turn out. Like I say, I felt like Matt was going to hire a guy that he wish he would have had as a player. That was my take on Matt. So if that's Stefanski, like I said, we know he had his greatest success under the Shanahan, which is this system. The guy run the system, and I think he's going to run it better than Zach, whatever his name, Robinson. Yeah, was running it.
Zach's trash.
I think he's right.
Trash, bro.
Yeah, I just think Stefanski has been in the system longer and more familiar with the system. And you brought up the point that Arthur Smith never had a head coach. We got a head coach this time. It's a guy that has been a head coach and not a coordinator.
Yeah, Arthur Blank never had.
Arthur Blank, I said Smith.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Yeah, but then we never have hired a winning head coach in the NFL either. You know what I mean? This guy got a losing record. Man, he was 40. I just looked it up, man. He's 46 and 45 and 56. You know what I mean? In his head coaching career, man. And
bring them guys rarely hit the market though. They rarely hit the market. Like say Tomlin hit the market, he got to win a record. Harbaugh hit the market, he got to win a record. But coaches that win usually don't get fired.
Usually they don't. You right.
So,
You know, I, I want to give this guy a chance. You know what I mean? I don't want to be. I want to be optimistic instead of pessimist. I guess, but for the last 8 years, and we Arthur Blank, Rich McKay, the whole Falcons organization, from the GMs, from Terry Fontenot to Raheem to Arthur Smith to what was the other GM we had for like 12 years here?
yeah, from New England, the guy
From
from New
New
England.
England guy.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing to build on right now. So that's why you hear the pessimistic, me being pessimistic about these Falcons, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Damn, you know, I want to get some tickets, but I'm like, I don't want to go see that. And we got the talent. That's what I'm saying. We got the talent to do it. I really believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a talented team. Like I said, outside the quarterback is kind of one of those unknowns. But yeah, running back, we got the foundation. Receiver, we got a foundation piece. Tight end, he's a foundation piece. Whether he resurrected his career or not in Pitts, but under new leadership. But yeah, we got foundation piece. We got the two edge rushers that we drafted. So we got foundational pieces, safeties. So yeah, we got the talent on this team. We just got to get the right guy. Hopefully, he's the right guy to maximize it and bring this talent out of this team.
Do you think with Matt under the ham, Matt running the show right now, because I'm going to ESPN, with Matt running the show right now, are we in a win now mode? Because we know those contracts going to come up in probably another 2 years. So are we in a win now mode, or they got maybe 3 years to play? I don't think we got 3 years to play with these contracts.
No, I think we are in a win now mode. I don't know if we got enough talent. Let Stefanski just come in and just be that offensive genius that we need him to be. I don't know if we got the team right now to win the Super Bowl. Possibly, but yeah, I don't know yet. The quarterback is the question to me.
You're right.
Definitely should be in the playoffs. So I don't know if, like I said, we definitely win now mode, but I don't know if win now mode to win the Super Bowl. But yeah, definitely win now mode to make to the playoff and probably get out the first round, possibly to the championship game, possibly. But yeah, that's my opinion on that.
The quarterback situation is definitely an issue. And with Penix down, Penix is not going to be ready on day one of the season. You know what I mean? I know modern medicine. Well, I don't see him being ready day one of the season. The modern medicine might have him there. So I'm looking at Kurt to start the season, possibly. But do you think Kurt is a June 1st or before cut?
Yeah, I don't think Kurt probably gonna be on this team. I think they restructured that deal to possibly move on from Kurt. But that's my opinion. But Stefanski might come in and say, "Yeah, we like Kurt. Obviously, he's been in Minnesota. Kurt was in Minnesota, so he might come in like, no, Kurt. I like Kurt. Kurt's my guy. He run my system. And in that case, Kurt probably be safe this year or whatever this year. So."
But then what happens when Penix come back? I know Kurt is got 2 more years. It'd be like next year and but we probably move on with him. But then with Penix healthy, it just say Kurt start to do that Kurt thing where he gonna lose a few games, possibly in a row. Do you start calling for Penix at that particular point? You know what I mean? I don't want this. I don't want that same damn controversy, bro. Or if we do have a controversy, can he do a better job than he did up in Cleveland? All I can go off if you're when you coming into a new job, they don't know you like that. All they can go off what your past resume said. And his past resume said he can't handle the pressure when it's thrown in his face.
I get it. I
Yeah.
understand. In terms of making a decision on the quarterback, what you mean? Or
Yeah,
just
with making decisions on the quarterback. They say they wanted the leader, but hell, I didn't see the leadership from Cleveland last year. He should have came out and said, hey, you know, he kind of did say this and that, but I think it is not about Shadua or Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, or Kenny Prickett. Clearly, Shadua was the better talent, but why he wasn't given the opportunity to seal that job and win it. And I don't want this type of mess to come here. You know what I mean? I clearly was disappointed with this with Kevin Stefanski hire. Now Matt played the NFL. Like I said, he's I believe Matt Ryan's a future Hall of Famer, and he probably know way more football than me. But damn, I didn't see this guy. This guy came out of nowhere to me. I saw after Harbaugh left, went to the Giants. I did look. I was looking at Clint out of Seattle, and I thought he might have been the guy. But like you said, he was young. But I didn't really see this guy here.
yeah, I heard his name a lot. Like I say, during this process, and like I say, he was on my board just a little bit further down. I had him as 3 from an offensive standpoint. So he's the third offensive guy for me. But yeah. For me, it's more disappointing, but I understand. Like I said, he knows the system. He's exit those old guys. But yeah, he just got to, whether, like I say, if he's a leader of men or not. I think the quarterback situation here is a little different than what he had up there. Obviously, we know Penix was drafted to be our guy, our future, whether that turns out to be that way or not. But yeah, if starting the season and he playing well and Penix get healthy, we have to. I guess he had to be evaluated. Has Penix kind of learned and got rid of some of the flaws he had with his footwork and reading? If Penix hadn't got rid of that footwork and reading, he's not starting for me. I'm a roll with Kirk still. If
No
that's the way
doubt.
that roll, that's just me. But so I think it's a different situation here than what he had in Cleveland. But
I can see that. And from an offensive standpoint, I think he got more talent with Drake London. I think Atlanta Falcons got the better receiver. Even though I know I like Quinshon Junkin, he got hurt toward the end of the season, but I think Bijan is a way better talent than Quinshon. I can't evaluate our offensive line to their offensive line. I feel that the Falcons' offensive line is better. I feel like we better than the tight end. So I think he got way more talent here than he had in Cleveland. Defense is stacked here, even though Myles Garrett did win the sacks lead up in Cleveland, but they're just one guy. We got 2 guys, that coming on both ends, so they really getting to it. So I don't know, man. It's like I want my team to succeed. Let me say that. But at the same time, it's like we build a hope up every year for the Falcons. And then we get let down. So it's almost like the definition of insanity. Rooting for the same damn team, knowing the same results every year. And so there's nothing pushing me toward the scene right now.
yeah, no, I would tell you, I would have felt a lot better if, like I say, Stefanski would have maybe got fired a year ago, went to a team as an OC, and kind of rebuilt itself, and the offense was looking good. Then we hired him, and then I'm like, okay, all right, I can deal with that. But getting fired this year and going directly to another team, I'm with you. We just kind of don't know what we have. And I would have liked to see him kind of go back and get an OC job, and then have a nice offense, and then get a head coaching job here. That'd have been my the way I would have preferred to look.
Yeah, I can see that. Now we do know potentially, because we don't know, but potentially we probably gonna keep Ubrick here. You know what I mean? Since the Falcons denied Dallas from interviewing him as a DC. And overall, man, Ubrick did a solid job with the defense. The damn offense just couldn't do. I don't think we scored over 30 points, but maybe one game this year. You know what I mean? So I would like to see Ubrick here unless there's another DC out there that you could think of. Outside of Brian Flores, and I think Brian Flores is a hell of a DC. I would like to see him here, but where he was in Minnesota also. I think right around the time Stefanski might have been leaving, Brian Flores came. Outside of Brian Flores, I'd rather keep Ubrick.
Yeah, a lot of players, not of the coaches ain't gonna take a DC to DC job, but yeah, Flores is a good one. I like the guy out in Denver, hit their DC, Vance Joseph. I think he's a good one. So there's several good DCs out there, but they're not going to take a DC to DC job. So, but yeah, Brick, I think done a good job for the most of the year. He had some games where like I don't know what Brick doing, like the Carolina game.
Yeah,
Bryce
I didn't know
Young
the hell
torched
Brick.
them. So it's a couple games you're like
Both games,
right,
both game
right.
Bryce torched us.
Right. So you're like, Brick, what's going on? But yeah, other outside of some of those anomalies, I would call them, he done a solid overall job. And yeah, I would probably prefer him to stay. We've seen we got a good pass rush this year, or this previous year.
Yeah.
So we hadn't had in many years. So he's doing something right. His defensive staff, along with him, defensive line coach and all them, doing something right. So you would kind of want to keep that group together and their experience as well. So somebody like Stefanski can be like, okay, you got the defense. That's your thing. Go get it done, and not really have to worry about that side of the ball too much.
So Stefanski being offensive mind, do you think he call his own plays, or you would like see him bring in some type of OC to take that pressure off him?
I think I don't know if he called his own plays or not. So I would probably prefer him to. He's an experienced guy, so he should know how to handle that. Unless you're going to bring in another guy that know this system, but we kind of just recently had that in, like I said, Zach. So I would probably prefer my head coach to call the offensive plays.
Yeah, but we talking about Zach, bro. That shit was a nightmare, bro. This was a nightmare. Just looking at Raheem on the damn screen, I want to punch the screen, bro.
I don't know what it is about your face, but I just want to punch your
face, bro. I just
want to deliver one of these,
bro. I mean, but damn, bro. How can you be so? How can you be so stubborn, bro? I never seen somebody who's so stubborn, knowing the wheels coming off this shit. And you like, well, we just gonna ride the wheels off there. We gonna ride on the rims, bro, and the brake pads and calipers, and we just, bro, how dumb can you be? You seen Zach and your special team coach was your problem. And you were like, well, I'm gonna ride with these cats, bro. We doing good, bro. We doing good.
Bro, I think he knew it was too late at that point, man. It didn't even matter. He like, man, the hell with this. I'm gonna get fired anyway, so the hell with it.
I can't have a wing and a prayer, brother. Say it, brother.
Right.
That cat was fired before the fucking season ended, bro.
Right, he was right. He knew it. That's why he's like, man, well, I'm gonna just be loyal to these guys. Maybe one of these get a head coaching job, and they're gonna give me a job.
I hope Robert rented his out, bro. I hope he ain't about the house there, bro. But man, we're with Raheem, bro. How the hell you get fired from the same company twice, bro? How you get fired from the same company twice, bro? I'd be ashamed, bro.
I ain't never come back to work for
I ain't never coming back here, bro. Lose my number, bro. You know what I mean? I've dropped all my Atlanta Falcons shit at the Salvation Army, bro. You know what I mean? Just how you get fired like that, bro? Golly, bro. Yeah, but like I say, man, I'm Kevin Stefanski. I don't know much about him. I wanted Clint from Seattle, but Kevin, I would say he probably my number 4. I was thinking about Clint. I was thinking about Brian Flores because I think Flores did a. First of all, I wanted probably Clint and then Harbaugh. Harbaugh then Clint. Let me say that. I wanted John Harbaugh. I would like to see Harbaugh come here. Well, he was a Super Bowl winning coach. He had a winning record. I would like seeing Harbaugh. Then if we can get Harbaugh, I'd like seeing Clint. And we can get Clint, I would like to see Brian Flores. And then Stefanski was my fourth and possibly fifth pick with all the guys they were interviewing. But he's here now. I'm gonna see how these games go. I hope he don't do that dumb stuff like Raheem did. I don't play my starters in the preseason. I hope he didn't. I need to go back and look at the Cleveland tape.
Right. Yeah.
I think because we didn't start really clicking to like week 4 and 5 because those guys didn't play in the preseason, and you need that timing. So I'm at that point where I'm gonna give him. You know my thing, 3 games, cuz. 3 games.
Bro, I think you did like 4 or 5 last year. You done went down to 3 this year?
I done went down to 3, cuz.
Bro, he done ruined it. He done ruined it.
Bro, I used to give him 4 games. I used to give him 1 quarter, bro, like a quarter. Sometimes in 5 games, but at least gave him 4. Man, I'm getting the cat 3 games, bro. Or the TV gonna be off, bro. I can find something else to do with 3 hours, dog.
Brew done went down. Brew said they lost the game.
They lost the game, bro. They lost the game, bro. Do something else with that damn 3 hours, bro. You know what I mean? I can do something else, but it didn't piss me off, bro. I've been rooting for the Falcons in 1980, bro. I'm tired now, bro. I'm tired,
boss.
I'm tired, bro. It's win a bust this year. After this shit, bro, I'm probably gonna drop all my shit, man, to the Salvation Army, bro. That's it, bro. I'm gonna let somebody that has it, man, bro.
Nah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Them Falcons, brother. I'm with you.
Yeah. So hopefully, man, he bring a good OC in. Hopefully, bring who was his OC up in what's called, man? Look like the Rams win. Rams might beat the Bears, man. 17-10, 4th quarter, minute 45 left.
Yeah, the Bears are known for coming back, but yeah, I can see that as well. Like I said, the Rams is more of an experienced team. The Bears is new. They're new at it. Young Caleb Williams, young coach. So I can see that, but the Bears got a lot of heart, and they won many games in the very end.
Yeah, they do, bro. They got all right. I'm saying, and like we said, man, we gonna move on and ask a few more questions about the Broncos. The Broncos pretty much done after Bo Nix broke his bone in his foot. I think they done.
It's an uphill battle. Stidham he's talented.
Stidham is a veteran, right? Yeah, he's a vet.
Yeah, he's a vet. Yeah, he's drafted by the Patriots, I believe. But hey, you got Sean Payton, man. He's one of them offensive minded guys, bro.
I hate the Sean Payton ass, bro.
Yeah, so it's hard to count him out. Even though the Patriots look damn good tonight against Texans.
Oh, they look good. Yeah, 16-28.
Yeah, so they was bringing some heat. So I'm sure they're gonna be bringing the heat on Broncos and Stidham, yeah, as well. So yes, it's gonna be an uphill battle for Denver, but at least they're at home. They're in Denver, so the high altitude might help them out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's still an uphill battle for them.
Yeah, it is. But I didn't watch that because I had to run out. I didn't get a chance to watch that Bills game all the way through. Did you get a chance to watch it?
I did.
I'm seeing something on here about the ref. They had some issues with the referee.
To me, it was some very questionable calls at the end.
Okay.
They threw some flags against the Bills. Well, I think the ref determined those games, whether it was like pass interference, and they threw about 2 or 3 flags at the end for pass interference, and really got the Denver. I think it was Denver, right?
Yeah.
Down in range to score and win the game.
I did see that on ESPN last night. When I got back, I saw it was like one of my man did get there pretty early, but yeah, I mean he did get there pretty early from the looks of it, from the camera angle I saw. But who knows? You know what I mean? So, but who knows who that? But yeah, man. We know we got the national championship tomorrow. We've been catching some from flack from Miami fans, and then because we said we believe Indiana will win that game.
Man.
Miami fans told us in our comments on this TikTok and YouTube page to keep that same energy, and they gonna take a snapshot of us saying what we said they'll be back either Monday night or Tuesday morning. So
man,
if Miami
wrong.
just happened to win that game, they say they gonna flood our comments. So I'm like, hey, man, bring it on, bro. Cool. I told them I said we don't even have a dog in the fight. I said we don't have a dog in the fight. I said my dog got bit. My dog got the mange and got put out 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'm just making a hyper a guess on who I think will win this game, and I can only go off what I saw the last few weeks.
Hey, I would tell the Miami fans this. Since you say for us to have the same energy, now if Indiana come and blow the doors off them, we need them to have the same energy and come back and talk to us still.
Yeah, they need to come back. You're right.
So
yeah, absolutely.
It works both ways now.
So yeah, because hey, if IU win this game, which we both predicted IU would win this game, I gotta give your boy Kirk Cinetti, he did a hell of a job with IU. If they win, if they keep that same energy and do to Miami what they did to Alabama, Toronto did to Oregon, they've been ready. Those guys been primed. I don't know what his prep is or his in-game speeches is or it damn sure ain't what Georgia do, because every time we have major layoffs, we come out flat in the mud. Them boys had the same amount of time layoff, and they came out and put their foot on the gas, bro. So whatever Kirk Cinetti did with IU, Kirby need to take notes and do with Georgia, because the last 2 years we had a bye week. We got put out once against Notre Dame and this time against Ole Miss, and I just was floored with that.
Yeah, he got them boys ready, man, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm with you. Hey, Kirby need to take notes. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, Kirby need to take some damn notes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it ain't no fun. Like I say, to have a good season, win these championship games, get a bye week, and then get sent home. That ain't cool.
That ain't cool at all. So, and then so hopefully Kirby are taking notes. A lot of players coming back. We lost 13 players in the portal. We received Aiden Porter, so hopefully they make some moves right now. But he got to go out there, open the purse and spend some money and get some top players, man, to come here. And I want to be the Kirby Smart Georgia of the 21 and 22 season, and not the Ray Goff Georgia of the 90s. And Donna Georgia. I don't want that era no more. You know what I mean? Let's keep the winning going. You know what I mean? Let's keep this winning going on. Well, I'll be ready to drop my Georgia stuff to the Salvation Army. I'm just saying, bro.
Take all my good will get one Salvation Army.
Yeah, man. I'm tired of that. So hopefully he will take notes. But talking about the IU Miami game, Miami is home. That's a home game for them, even though they're gonna be visitors. And they were 7-1 in that stadium. So although I said IU, and I'm gonna stand on that because I already put it out there, IU will win that game. It is gonna be tough to beat the Cat in their home.
It is. Like I said, they're familiar with the stadium. And Miami got a nice front, so they can do some things that some of the other teams didn't do against IU. So they can pose some challenges as well. But even though it's a home game in Miami, I think the Indiana fans gonna travel so well because this for them, this may be a one in a lifetime. IU never made it, so I think they're gonna flood that stadium because it's like, man, this is not a guarantee that we're gonna get back ever, or in a long time.
Yeah,
So they flooded Mercedes-Benz against Oregon. You didn't see much green in Atlanta. You seen a lot of red.
that's true.
So I think they're gonna do the same thing in this championship game, where it's like, yeah, they're gonna flood the stadium. So even though it's well, I guess it's a home game for IU because they're the home team, but it's in Miami, which is where Miami play. But I think Indiana gonna travel well there, and it may seems like a visiting game for Miami in
It
that
possibly
respect.
could. It possibly could. And then Mendoza, the quarterback for IU, he's from that area. He's from Miami.
Yeah.
He wanted to play for Miami Hurricanes, and Miami told him thanks but no thanks. So he said he got a chip on his shoulder with that because he wanted to play for Miami. And they pretty much said, hell no, kick rock with open toe shoes. So
Yeah, he
we're
ain't
gonna
good
see.
enough.
Yeah,
He
he
ain't
was
good enough
good
to play
enough.
for us.
He was good enough, you know what I mean? So and on the flip side of that, Carson winning the Natty is that slapping Georgia's face. I know he been gone. I know he
Yeah.
transferred. I
Yeah,
know he was injured, but it's a
Yeah.
slap in Georgia's face.
yeah, yeah. It will be. Like I say, he got didn't do it. Was able to do it here. Maybe it's that system, but he went down there in the system. He looked pretty good in this system. He had a couple bad games, but
He
he looked
did.
overall pretty good down there. So yeah, I think he definitely helped this stop in the draft this
Oh
year
yeah.
by coming back and playing for Miami. So yeah, I think he elevated his stock. So yeah, slap in the face.
It'd be a slap in the face of UGA, man. And Lamborghini Beck, I don't have a dog in that fight. I pick IU, but if Lamborghini Beck and Miami Hurricanes win, man, hey man, hats off to them too.
And congratulations.
Congratulations, and we'll be waiting on all smoke that come this way. If y'all want the smoke, we'll give you the smoke. But whoever win, man, we looking to do a show tomorrow night and just a quick recap or whatever of that game, and possibly we might even, if we got the time and got the setup, possibly we can have it running live and do a live reaction while we watching it, man. So we'll see how tomorrow's set up to for us with that. But anything else, man, you want to add on this, King David?
No, man, just looking forward to seeing these fans come back tomorrow and holler at us and do whatever they got for us, man, and really enjoying that. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Hey, that's right, man. We're gonna be looking forward to y'all. Come on back, man. Come get this smoke, man. Hey, and if we wrong, I'm like Terrence Howell said, I could have been right. So I ain't really never wrong. Hey, with that said, man, I'm Avery, that's King David. See y'all tomorrow, man. Talk to y'all soon.